Welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel, and in this one I'm going to be talking about graphics in web development. First, I'm going to talk about what is the canvas element in HTML. So more specifically, I'm going to talk about the different formats. We are going to learn about the different formats and then the type of graphics, also about what's resolution. I'm going to give you some examples you find in your everyday life, then some more in depth about the different formats, and lastly we're going to talk about the canvas. So what is web graphics? As the definition suggests, web graphics are visual representation used on a website to enhance or enable the representation of an idea of or feeling in order to reach the website user. So, what are different formats you can upload to your website? The different formats of graphic. GIF, you have GIF, JPEG, PNG, and drawing graphics. You can also draw graphics in Canvas, WebGL, in which the popular game Angry Birds is written in. Then you have SVG, and that's pretty much it. So it depends on, of course, the use case, which format you will use, but and you'll see later when I explain more in depth about all these different graphic formats, which one you want to use depending on your use case. So what are the different types of graphics? There are basically only two types of graphics. Either you have raster graphics, I think it's pronounced, and we have vector graphics. By the way, notes into the description down below, so if you want to check them out later. So with raster graphics, we have what is called bitmap images, should be in S there instead of this, a grid of pixels, and images appear how they show themselves on your website, just appear one inch by one on the monitor. And this is raster graphics basically in a nutshell. On the other side, we have vector graphics, in which one example is SVG, and I forgot to mention, we have GIF, JPEG, and PNG as razor graphics. Now we have SVG as vector. I don't know why I'm repeating it, but nevertheless, vector images use mathematical equations to define shapes. So we have a more, let's say, modern, sophisticated approach to displaying graphics on a website by using math, and based on math, images are being shown. So it's more, this vector graphics basically shows a more adaptable way of showing pictures. They are able to scale. The pictures are able to scale. And sorry for my fans, don't know how to shut them off. Probably should buy a cooler of some sort. So I want to have I want to show you this image so you can see what kind of problem arise when in raster graphics. You can have a big picture that's 72 by 72 pixels, and remember, the raster graphics are just a grid of pixels. And then we have, let's say you have the same kind of monitor, the picture will show perfectly. But what if you have a bigger monitor? Then the image appears smaller on a bigger monitor than the picture itself. And we don't have that kind of problem with vector graphics. Next thing is resolution. You hear this all the time and probably most often in YouTube video you have what's called Full HD, then you have 4K nowadays, and even 8K, I think. I think we have on some YouTube videos, YouTube I think supports 8K. So what does this number mean? 1920 times 1008. Then also it's really numbers. So this basically means how many pixels are vertical and horizontal. So we have basically the more pixels you have, the more details is the picture, and the more quality it is. So the more quality we have, more pixels, more density equals to more quality picture, and that's why let's say 4K, which is, let's see actually how much is 4K in the resolution in pixels. And just to once again clear things up, this is how many pixels are in horizontally, and this is how many pixels are vertically. So to search how many pixels are there in 4K, you just type in 4K resolution pixels in the app, and you get this number. So as you can see, 3000 is bigger than almost 1000 in Full HD. So that's why, because we have more dense screen here, that's why the 4K is more quality. Also, a quick side note here, just to make things to have sense. So when you buy any kind of monitor that supports, let's say, 4K, if your graphic card supports only Full HD, then the graphics card will be bottleneck, and you will get only Full HD. If the graphics supports only Full HD and not 4K. So keep that in mind the next time you buy a monitor. So the next thing I want to add here is that if you have 8K image, the user will have to download the image probably, and by downloading you need to get it from the internet, and probably unnecessary to be, because probably their screen doesn't support 8K. And why do I say probably? Because most of the screens today, at the time of this recording, does not support 8K. Even my MacBook doesn't support like an 8K. It's just it's the most quality I think we've seen, or that's been made so far. And it should be scaled down. It's best to have, when you're creating a website, that is, multiple resolution images for every resolution, for every different monitor. So the next thing is size of screen. How do you measure or determine the size of a screen? Usually it's from this. Usually it's measured in loops. I have hot corners, and I look, so it's usually measured from the left down bottom corner to the right upmost corner in inches. Just wanted to add there, because you may be wondering since we're talking about screens. So GIF is the first format. It's, remember, it's in registered graphics. So also it's 8-bit index, so supports only 256 colors, and also it's lossless compression, so you don't lose quality. No image information is sacrificed in order to compress the content. Also, you have what is called GIF transparency. Basically, you can delete colors. So basically, if you have, let's say, this gray color, and this is a GIF, let's say, for educational purposes only. You can easily delete this gray color, so we get the white one. Usually we would do this on a background. Also we have what is called interlacing, which is when you're loading a GIF, you can actually load just like a portion or version of the image that's not so high in quality, and then load the image itself with, of course, its full pixels. And that's in business terms, buying time. In business terms, probably not, but you get the point. So animation. Animation, you can also, you probably know GIFs by just animating themselves. And how they do that, just by they have array of images, just like sort of how a video is done, just by showing multiple images one after the other. So PNG is a relatively new format, and JPEG is 24-bit images. So they have a large number of colors. So, and it has lossy compression, so this is misspelled, but it loses when compressing. If you want to compress image, it will lose quality. And the last thing about Canvas, Canvas Elements is just a part of HTML5 and allows for dynamic, scriptable rendering of 3D shapes and bitmap images. This is like a tag, just like the normal tag, and if you do this, you will get a box that's 200 by 100 wide, not wide, but high, and you will get a board. And also, the center of the basic canvas works in a sort of coordinate system. Let's say this is one canvas, this box. It's actually code, but let's say it's the canvas. It starts here at this is the 0, 0 in the left upmost corner. That's up in the top left corner. And it goes the x-axis. The values on the axis are increasing as I go to right, and the values on the y-axis are also increasing when I go down on this y-axis. And any canvas can have custom size distributed here is by this attribute. So also I want to mention that canvas is I'm going to talk about more in Canvas in my next video, where we will practically, maybe not my next, but it will come eventually. In my video, there will be a video where I practically use Canvas in code, so make sure to stay for that. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, and see you in the next one.